Cuddle in. It's time for the Calm Down Chronicles of Arabella Owl. Today's story is The Winter Witch, Part 1. One very cold day, the wicked Winter Witch decided to stop spring from coming. She made winter the only season on Earth. She hid the sun behind dark clouds and covered the earth with heavy snow. When the people from a small mountain village woke up, they found their houses buried under the snow, all the way up to the roof. They dug tunnels from one house to another. The villagers had a meeting to decide what they could do. After a long discussion, they decided they should send someone up to the highest mountain peak. That is where the good wizard Father Frost lives in his palace of ice. They would ask him for help. But no one wanted to go on this dangerous journey. "I am ready to go," said an old man, "but I'm afraid I'm too old and slow. If only I was 20 years younger." "Don't worry, grandfather, I will go," said his little granddaughter Gidget. "No, not you," the villagers said. "You are too young and small for such a difficult job. You don't even have a warm coat, hat, scarf, mittens, or boots." "I'm not afraid," Gidget said. "My feet are strong, and I'm as fast as a mountain goat." The villagers said, "We are afraid you'll freeze up there with no shelter to hide from the frost." "I will not," Gidget said firmly. "I have a warm heart full of love for everyone. It will save me from the frost." Gidget's grandfather said, "Go. I know your good heart and I trust it. You will succeed." The children of the village gave Gidget their warmest clothes. One gave Gidget their coat, and another one gave her their warmest mittens. Others gave her a hat, scarf, woolen socks, and boots. Now Gidget was ready to go, dressed in her warm clothing. She waved goodbye to the villagers and started for the snowy mountain peak. She traveled further and higher, never thinking about rest. Soon she was able to see the glittering ice on top of the highest peak. All of a sudden, the whirlwinds woke up from their sleep and noticed the little person in the snow. The whirlwinds became furious and yelled, "Who dares to trespass on our property?" The whirlwinds blew with all their power, hoping Gidget would forget where she was going. They whirled fiercely around the girl. But Gidget only huddled into her warm clothes and bravely went on. The whirlwinds got very tired and fell on the ground, grasping for breath. "What a strong girl," one of them said. "We are exhausted, and she's not even tired. No person has ever bested us, let alone such a fragile little girl. We need help. Let's call our sisters the Blizzards for help." So they called for the Blizzards. After the whirlwinds told the Blizzards what had happened, the Blizzards became very angry. The blizzards roared, and snow and wind attacked Gidget. Gidget was getting so very cold and frustrated that she wanted to give up. She sat down in the snow and began to cry. as she was crying, she remembered the words her grandfather had said to her. "I know your good heart, and I trust it. You will succeed." Gidget knew she could do it. She just had to believe in herself. Gidget decided to take 3 deep breaths to calm down and gather her courage. Let's take 3 deep breaths with Gidget. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Take a second deep breath and breathe out. Take a final deep breath and breathe out. After the deep breaths, Gidget was calm, and she knew she could make it to the highest mountain peak where the good wizard Father Frost lived. She believed in herself. It was a long and difficult journey, but Gidget overcame the blizzards thanks to her strong, warm heart. The blizzards fell on the ground, breathing heavily. "I can't believe it," one of them hissed. "We are not able to stop a little girl." What a strong girl. Her heart must be filled with love. Finally, Gidget had reached the highest mountain peak and could see the palace of the good wizard Father Frost. All she had to do was travel through a pine forest. Way to go, Gidget! If you believe in yourself, you can accomplish great things. Join us next week for part 2, when Gidget crosses the pine forest.
Thanks for listening to Arabella Owl.